Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation, and release the rest. To the universe, I'll never forget the way you looked when we first met. I feel your person has been playing over that first encounter between the two of you when you first met one another, whether that was in person or through an app or online or in whatever way the two of you first crossed paths. Your person remembers every detail of that day, every detail of that evening, every detail of that moment. They'll never forget the way that you looked that very first time that you spent time together, and you probably have not forgotten how they looked either. Because that was the spark igniting within each of you that instant attraction, that desire for each other, that love at first sight moment. They were so attracted to you, just like you were so very attracted to them. And they can't forget that moment. And this is something that I feel this person is playing over and over in their mind because they want to relive and re-experience that very first time, as well as all the other times that you spent together. But also they're looking at this in a way that they see where they have created a lot of problems between the two of you and understand why they did that. They are doing a lot of soul searching through all of this as well to identify those things that cause them to create this big, huge disconnect between the two of you in the 3D space. And they are trying to figure out how they're going to come back into your life. And that is what I'm really hearing coming in more than anything at the moment, because they can't forget you. You are unforgettable. And many times we think if we don't hear from someone, it's just because they've forgotten us. But that is not true. This person thinks about you all the time. They relive a lot of your experiences, not just that first moment when the two of you first met, but they remember every detail. They remember how your hair looked. They remember what you were wearing. They remember how you smiled at them. They remembered that twinkle in your eye. And they felt something as well in that moment, just like you did. And they relive that experience over and over. And as they relive it, it is causing them to realize it's time to reach out and have many more of those face-to-face encounters for the two of you. I was shocked by how quickly my feelings for you developed. Well, yes, that is how these connections go, right? Feelings are off the charts very early on in these kind of connections, and you felt it as well. This person was surprised at how quickly their feelings for you did develop. They knew that it was a love at first sight moment when you first met. They felt it just like you did, that instant attraction, that spark, that knowing, that quickening within that says, well, this is someone that's going to be very important in your life. Your life is about to get different. Your life is about to change. This is someone who is significant, and there is this deep connection between the two of you, and you will see as you start spending time together just how deep this connection flows. And these are the things and the thoughts that came to your person. Maybe not all of them, but some of those thoughts came to your person in that moment when you were standing there. And then this love for you blossomed. It grew exponentially. It still grows exponentially, actually. They couldn't understand how they could care about someone that they just met. Someone that they truly didn't know, except that you felt so familiar to them somehow. They felt like they'd met you before. But they realize now that, yes, you have been together before, not in this lifetime, but in another time, in another place, where you were different people, where you were different energies with each other, the same souls, of course, but different bodies, different personalities as well. But you felt very familiar to this person, and that is why they allowed their feelings for you to develop so quickly. And then they became fearful of them, afraid that you were going to pull the rug out from underneath all of this. So what do? They sabotaged this relationship. They ran away, they shut down, they allowed their fears to override their heart and their soul. They listened to all of that stuff, but this person is no longer going to be listening to that mental chatter that yaps away in their head because they want to come back to this love. They have not forgotten this feeling of deep love that they have for you. It's something that is constantly in this person's heart and soul. They were surprised by how quickly they fell for you, by how quickly their feelings developed for you, and it did not make sense to this person. How can this make sense? Is this real, or have I lost my mind? I feel is some thoughts that your person perhaps had as the two of you were spending time together, and maybe in the very beginning and things were moving very quickly and very effortlessly between the two of you, and you knew, you guys watching the reading, that this is it. Your person has always known that this is it as well, but yet then they became fearful and they shut down and they ran away because they couldn't wrap their head around all of this. It didn't make sense. But as you've heard me say before, and I will say again many times, I'm sure, these connections do not make logical sense because they are spiritual connections. And things of spirit are not things that we can truly comprehend with our mind. We can't wrap our head around it. It's something that we can only feel. It's something that we can only experience. And this person sees this now. They understand that, yes, my feelings for you develop very quickly. And while I was afraid of it, I ran and shut down. But now that I am more aware of who I am as a spiritual being on this planet, understanding that we have this deep soul counterpart connection, I am ready to accept this connection. I don't need to understand it from the space of my head or from my brain anymore, because I'm feeling and experiencing it with my heart and my soul. And I understand now that that is how these connections are supposed to work. I really regret running away from you. I really regret shutting down and going silent, but I couldn't understand what was happening. I tried to make sense of it and it made no sense. And so I became very afraid that something was going to go wrong, that you were going to see something about me that you didn't like, if I was real, if I was authentic with you. And I was afraid that you were going to abandon me or reject me. And so I sabotaged this relationship before you could hurt me. And I see now that that was a really stupid thing for me to do, because the love that I feel for you is still there. It has never gone away. I feel it and experiencing it every morning when I first get up and throughout the day, and when I end my night and go to sleep. I still feel this love that I have for you. I wish I'd done things differently, but I didn't. And I can't wish it away. I realize that. All I can do is show up and do different and be different with you. By showing up for you and allowing you to see that the feelings that I have for you are still very much there, because they are a powerful part of my life and my existence. And I desire to get back to you and to our connection. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? I have such a craving for you and it consumes me. Well, yes, you crave each other. There is this desire within each of you that is building, that is growing, that is expanding. And it is creating this intensity. Can you guys feel it? There is this intensity on the planet right now, especially in the collective. You can all feel it. You are all experiencing it, and your people, your persons are as well. This craving, this desire is what is going to eventually cause this person to get up and do something, because they know that there's nothing else that can satisfy this desire that they have for you, this craving. You know, it's like when you're on a diet and you decide that I'm not going to eat any cake for 6 months. Okay. Well, on this channel, we all love cake, right? And we talk about cake in the premieres that happen every day on this channel at 8 p.m. Central Time. And if you haven't joined us for a premiere, please come and join us in the premieres, guys. You will not have to navigate this journey by yourself. It is a difficult space to be in when you are longing for and missing your person and craving and desiring them as well. When you are in this space where they have shut down, where they've gone silent, when they have run away from you. The group in the premieres is such a wonderful group of people, and they are all going through something similar to you have, and you have someone in there that you can talk to, that you can get support from, someone who understands what you are going through, because for the most part, friends and family don't understand what you're going through, because unless they've had one of these kind of connections, how could they? Because they can't understand how you can feel this way about someone, right? Yes, so come and join us in the premieres. I'll be there. There's a lot of really cool people in the premieres, and we actually have fun. So back to cake. We do talk about cake in the premieres because we all love cake. But when you have a craving for chocolate cake with lots of ooey gooey chocolate icing, is a ginger snap going to satisfy that craving for chocolate cake? No, no, it's not going to work. You need to get to what you want. You need to have that piece of chocolate cake with all of that gooey chocolate icing, even with whipped cream if you want. And this is what your person desires with you. They want you. They want nothing and no one else but you. They want to be loved by you alone. Boop, boop, be doop. I don't know where that came from, but maybe that resonates with someone. And I don't think I've ever used those words on this channel ever before. I don't think I've used them anywhere, actually. It just came through in that moment. But I have a feeling it is going to resonate with someone or several someones that needed to hear that today. So this is basically saying that your person can't move on from you, and they can't move on from this deep desire, this yearning, this craving that they have for you. Definitely missing you. Reliving a lot of your moments, never being able to forget how you looked when you first met, like that song, Lady in Red. I'll never forget the way you look tonight. Yes, they have not forgotten, just like you haven't. And they relive that first encounter many, many times over in their head. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? You can turn ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. Do you know why that is, you guys watching the reading? Who knows why that is? Because you are extraordinary. You are way beyond the ordinary, and that is why this person can't forget you. You have left a mark on their heart and on their soul and in their mind and everywhere else. They can't forget you. They can do anything with you and be happy. They can do anything with you and be content. You guys could be sweeping up the leaves from the yard, raking up the leaves from the yard, and talking to each other and laughing with each other while they are doing it. And that is an extraordinary moment. You guys could be sweeping the kitchen floor, mopping the kitchen floor, folding laundry, cooking dinner, doing the dishes after dinner. I hate doing dishes after dinner, especially when I cook, because sometimes I get very creative in the kitchen and I will make a mess. And then, you've got to wash the dishes after you get creative in the kitchen. That is a very ordinary moment. But with the two of you, it becomes extraordinary is the point. And those are really silly examples, but yet simple examples more often make the point. What this is really saying is you are unforgettable. You are extraordinary. This person feels this deep desire, this deep craving, and this deep attraction for you, and it has never gone away. So let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What is Spirit sharing? I was not prepared to fall in love this deeply. You are the one. Well, yes, this person has always known that you are the one. Just like you have always known. Everyone knows that you are the one for each other. Even people that are jealous of your connection, people in your real lives who are jealous of this connection, they know deep down inside that you are the ones for each other. It's probably why they give you guys a hard time, or why they don't support this connection, whether it's friends or family members, for either one of you. But yes, you are the one. You're the one. You're the one that they need. You're the one that they want. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. So, I was not prepared to fall in love this deeply. Are we ever? Are we ever prepared to fall in love? It's not like we wake up one morning and say, okay, I am ready to fall in love today. I am going to go outside and I'm going to fall in love. It doesn't work that way. It's magical moments. These moments, the way you look when you first met, that is what creates that moment in that time, in that space, that magical moment where the two of you actually felt perhaps suspended in time and space. Perhaps it felt like time stood still in that moment when you first met. But this person wasn't ready for you. They weren't ready for the power of who you are. They weren't ready for how extraordinary you are either. And they were not ready for how much they were going to crave you, or for how quickly they fell in love with you. And so they have been getting ready for all of this. which is why I call this time that you are away from each other, preparing for union. Because you have to get ready for each other. You have to heal things that could be holding you back. You have to address things within you that are perhaps low vibration behaviors, perhaps even some toxic behaviors as well. Your person has been working on that during this time you've been away from each other so that they are ready when they return, so they don't run away from you ever again. But we will use some tarot cards now and see what else is coming through for this message today, please. See what else Spirit is sharing with the collective today, please. Let's see what is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? And this is the Page of Coins. Well, the Page of Coins tells us that your person sees you as someone who is very grounding for them. They see you as someone who is nurturing. They see you as someone who is very pragmatic and very logical. They see you as someone who is very loyal as well. But also this Page of Coins, this Page of Pentacles, is about communication coming from your person, with an invitation, with an opportunity for the two of you to spend time together. Now, the Page of Coins is an earth sign, so that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, but you don't have to be an earth sign or any other sign that I mentioned for this reading. It is a collective reading, and it is for everyone. It is more important that we consider the overall message that Spirit is sharing with the collective today. And that, I feel at the moment, is your person has been shocked at how quickly they fell in love for you. And that for the moment, I feel, is that your person was not expecting to fall in love with you the way that they did, or how quickly these feelings for you developed. But they want to get back to you so they can show you that they are ready to embark on this journey with you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? This is the Death card. Well, your person has been through transformation. As I have said, your person has been preparing for union with you, and that is part of this transformation. Letting go of old habits, letting go of toxic and dysfunctional behaviors, getting rid of things that they have needed to get rid of for quite some time. This Death card tells us your person is changing and evolving. And when the two of you first met, that was the initiation point for this transformation happening for each of you. You just didn't realize it at the time. Only when this person created this disconnect between the two of you, that's when you realized that things were going to change and you were going to go through this transformation. And your person realized it as well. And that is part of these connections. 99.99999% of these connections will go through a disconnect, a separation, a pause, a time out, because that is where the magic happens. That is where the healing occurs. That is where the transformation begins. So that when you come back, the two of you can build a powerful connection, much more powerful, much more intense, with greater chemistry, with greater passion, with more love than was there before, believe it or not. Because you are evolving into different people. Major changes have been happening within each of you during this time you've been away from each other. But as well, this tells us that major change is coming into this connection as you start spending time together again. The Death card is ruled by Scorpio, but also the planet Pluto, which is all about death and rebirth. Rebirth is the key word in all of that. It is about being reborn by the fire of Spirit, by the fire of God. It is about ascending. It is about having spiritual awakening and spiritual awareness. It is about working through life lessons and experiences that forge us into more powerful people, more powerful souls, because these experiences that you have with this person, especially when they shut down, when they ran away, when they broke up with you, when they abandoned this connection, when they denied their feelings for you, that was a very difficult time for you. And that is what caused, for probably all of you out there watching the reading, but if not all of you, most of you, it's what caused this transformation to begin. Yes, and it's been hard, and you have been working so diligently and so hard on yourself, but so are they, because you have to remember as well that you do mirror one another. You reflect back to each other those things that you are going through and experiencing in life. But as well, this death card is about, let's get to the next chapter. Let's get to this next phase where we can build this powerful connection and build a partnership together. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? And this is the Ace of Swords. Well, the Ace of Swords is all about breakthroughs and clarity. It is about your person being able to see clearly. No more bad decisions, no more poor choices, no more clouded judgments. As this person returns, you will see this big difference in them. Also being a better communicator. I feel that's going to help this connection with your person so very much as well, because your person is not going to fail to communicate with you as the two of you come back together. They're not going to leave you hanging. They're not going to leave you wondering what is going on between the two of you. If you send them a text and say, are we supposed to meet tonight at 6 p.m., they will respond. Unless they are in the ICU unit at the hospital or deep underground somewhere where they have no cell phone reception. Of course, if they're in a business meeting or doing something that they're focused on, it's going to take them a minute to respond. But my point is, no more of this silent treatment, no more of them running away and ghosting, because with the Ace of Swords, it is about truth. It is about trust and integrity as well. But it's also about your person. Making decisions, making the decision to bridge this connection so the two of you can start spending time together. Remember, that Page of Coins is about an invitation, a social invitation coming from your person because they want to see you and spend time with you. The opportunity to get together, the opportunity for them to explain themselves, to talk this out, to clear the air with each other, to put everything on the table and the two of you discuss it. Like adults, having adult conversations with this person, because they have gained a lot of wisdom in these breakthroughs that they've been having as part of this transformation that they are going through with that death card. But the Ace of Swords in and of itself is also about communication, your person reaching out to talk to you. But let's see what else. Let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What is Spirit sharing with the collective? And this is the Four of Wands. Well, the Four of Wands is a very happy card. The Four of Wands is all about celebration. It is about you and your person reconciling. It is about getting back together. But ultimately, this Four of Wands is about the celebration of your union. That can be a hand-fasting ceremony. It can be an engagement party. It can be the party that comes after the wedding itself. It can be a housewarming party. It can be them coming home to be with you again. So it could be a homecoming party. It is about celebration. Now, whether you choose to do that privately with just the two of you or with friends and family around, that is just something that the two of you will decide for yourselves. It could be about having a celebration to go off together and just decide you're going to have some really nice quality time with each other and getting away for a few days and celebrating that way. However the two of you decide, this is about the celebration of you and your person coming together to create a better union, a partnership. It is about marriage. It is about stability because it comes with the number 4. Number 4 is all about rock solid foundation. It's about union as well, but more so the celebration of that union. Perhaps your person wants to get together and celebrate with you as the two of you start talking together. Just a celebration, just because it's Tuesday. Get together with your person as they start reaching out, as they start making offers to you about where the two of you can go and what you can do, no matter what that is, because it will be quality time with this person as the two of you start spending time together again. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? And this is the Star. Well, the Star tells us that you are the star in this person's life. They do see you as a superstar, actually. The Star also tells us that this person is acknowledging that you are the one for them. That is what the Star is about. But also the Star is about healing. Your person doing a lot of work within themselves on the inner planes to facilitate that healing, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of things that don't belong. That's part of that death card as well. This transformation that your person is going through, getting rid of things that have held them back, being able to isolate them and kick them away one by one, because those things don't belong in this connection with your person. We are having thunder. It just started, guys. So that is that noise that you hear. It's coming from outside. But the star is also a card of optimism, asking you to remain hopeful and optimistic that this person is getting their act together, that they are conquering their stuff one by one, their little gremlins, their little demons, whatever it is that they need to get rid of that really don't belong in this person's life, but also not this connection. Their fears, their doubts, their insecurities, their phobias, old emotional wounds and baggage, low vibration behaviors, the inability to be accountable and responsible, their pride, their ego. All of these are things that this person is working on with this death card, which is about transformation and rebirth and renewal, but also the star, which is about healing, because this person is gaining a lot of insight into their life, into themselves, helping them become so much more self-aware than they were before. You have inspired this person to go through this growth just by the essence of who you are. And perhaps you had conversations with this person in the past telling them, hey, you know what? You really need to look at yourself and you really need to work on this. Perhaps your person wasn't ready to work on it then, but during the time that you are away from each other, they are addressing it and they are doing it. And that is what is important. The star is ruled by Aquarius, but most importantly, the star is about your person, acknowledging that yes, you are the one, you are their star, you are the superstar in their life, and they want to come back to you because they fell for you. In that moment, the two of you first met one another, and it shocked them and it surprised them how deeply their feelings for you developed, but yes, they did, just like yours did for them. But we are moving on with some oracle cards now to see what else Spirit is sharing with the collective today, please. What do we need to know? Wizard of Awareness. This card comes with number 3. If anyone resonates with number 3, that can be March. It could be the 3rd of any month. This is also a tricycle on here behind this Wizard of Awareness, a Celtic symbol. If anyone resonates with that, or wizards, we should all resonate with awareness though, right? Well, I feel that this is really more along the lines of what we've been talking about. Your person gaining so much self-awareness, awareness into themselves by looking into themselves, trying to understand what went wrong and why they allowed things to go wrong. Because as this person returns, they're not going to allow things to go wrong again. And that is why this transformation that is happening for your person is so important. It's why this time away from each other is so important. This is a solo part of your journey, where you are right now. Because if you were trying to go through this growth and this transformation and this healing when you were spending time together, when you were trying to have a relationship, it could have caused irreparable damage, because you're both in this individual phase right now where you are on the inner planes and looking within yourselves. But as you come back together, you will grow and evolve together in union, in partnership with one another. But your person gaining so much greater insight into themselves, being able to understand things now that they didn't want to understand before, pushing those things away, perhaps wearing rose-colored glasses and not wanting to look at things in their life. But all of that has come off. The blindfold has come off. The rose-colored glasses have come off as well. And this is about your person being real and authentic as they return to you, because they see as well that by being in that space of not being authentic, they have also created a lot of problems between you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Slow and steady. Aha. This card comes with number 12. You guys have heard me say it before. Slow and steady wins the race, right? And I do feel that for many of you, you feel that this time apart from this person is taking forever. and that they are moving too slow, and you might be losing patience with them, and they need to hurry up. But remember, slow and steady wins the race, just like this little snail butterfly girl here, or whatever she is. I'm not really sure. She looks like some sort of mystical, magical creature, that's for sure. This card comes with number 12. If anyone resonates with number 12, that can be January 2nd. It can be February 1st. Oh, it can be the number 3. So it could be the 3rd of a month or March as well. But slow and steady. When you and your person got together, did it go really quickly between the two of you because of the intensity of this connection? The desire, the passion, the emotions, and everything that you were feeling for one another when you first started hanging out, when you first started talking? More than likely it did, because that is how these connections flow. It's how they work, right? I mean, it's just how it happens. And there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself, except many times if things do go too quickly, there's going to reach a point where one of you will put on the brakes, sometimes slamming on the brakes, because you have to get back to reality, and you have been living in this bubble of love and chemistry and passion and energy with this person, and then someone slams on the brakes and then they run away. And that is because things go too quickly in these connections when you first meet one another, when you first encounter each other. It's just how it is. It's because there's that familiarity. It's because your souls recognize each other from another lifetime. And so, yes, it's really more about just falling back into place with each other as opposed to like being someone new to each other. But what I'm just suggesting here is that when you get back with your person, allow slow and steady to be how things develop between the two of you, because I feel that that gives this connection for you guys so much more stability and staying power. Remember, in that race between the tortoise and the hare, the tortoise won because slow and steady wins. And this is transformation. Oh, we have the death card that's about transformation as well. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Well, yes, it does. Love changes everything. Love conquers and transforms everything. The love that you have for this person is transforming and changing them. You just may not be aware of it yet because they've been silent, because you guys are still in this space of no contact. But as this person comes back, they are going to allow you to see how your love has changed and transformed them for the better. And they're going to be so grateful to you for all of that, because it's not just in this area of this connection where they've needed to transform and change, because their actions and their behaviors and who they were has also negatively affected other areas of their life as well. So by going through this growth and transformation, it is allowing them to have a better life. It is allowing them to see their purpose. It is allowing them to be authentic and real and truthful in the core essence of who they are. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is seek the divinity in the other. We are one. We are love. Yes. And that is that connection when the two of you first meet. That is that spark that goes off, that feels like that instant attraction, that feels like that love at first sight moment. It is because the divinity in each of you ignited in that space when the two of you first met. And that is why this connection between you and your person is so powerful, because your hearts ignited in that space. Your hearts are on fire for each other, as are your souls. And your person being able to recognize the divinity within themselves is also allowing them to recognize the divinity within you, but also in this connection. And that is a very important part for this union to happen for the two of you. The deck that I'm using right now is a gift, actually, from an artist named Senna, and her artwork is just so beautiful, and these little sayings that go across the bottom are beautiful as well. There is a link in the description below for these cards if anyone wants to check those out. But We appreciate her so very much for gifting us these beautiful cards to help with you guys, to have the readings, to help us do the readings for you guys that are watching the readings there. I said it right, got it right that time. But this is called the Self-Love and Inner Unity deck. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? Wash over me, peace of mind. I forgive. I am cleansed and free. Yes, so I really feel that this is about your person finding their peace of mind, trying to forgive themselves for things that they have done to themselves for a very long period of time. Now, the things that they've done to you, I feel that they're going to have to ask you for forgiveness for. They're not going to be able to forgive themselves for hurting you until they have gained your forgiveness, or at least attempted to apologize. And whether or not you choose to forgive this person is a completely personal decision. You can choose to forgive them or not. But I feel that most of you that are watching this reading, if not all of you, want to forgive this person for how they hurt you, because they don't want to hurt you again. And you will see that this person does not create the same kind of chaos, damage, or confusion in your life anymore. I forgive. I am cleansed and free. Peace of mind. These beautiful doves. Your person wants you to have your peace of mind again. They know that they probably wrecked your peace of mind as well by bringing confusion, by creating chaos, by making you not sure which end was up, by sending you mixed signals, by shutting down on you, by just being silent. And more than likely, you tried to reach out to them. You were trying to make sure if they were okay. You were trying to see if they'd had an accident, or if something happened to them, or if they were sick, or in the hospital, or underground where they had no cell reception like we talked about earlier. But yet this person never responded. And that creates confusion in you because you do not know why they're doing that. No more confusion moving forward with your person. This person wants peace and tranquility in this connection for the two of you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Eternal love. I am one in my universal love. Yes, this is eternal love for you and your person. It is an endless love. It is an infinite love that spans goodness knows how many lifetimes the two of you have shared together, but that is something that perhaps the two of you can discover as you come into union with each other with this eternal love. And there is this deep soul bond that the two of you share. That is this eternal love. It is this soul deep love that has always been here between you, that will never go away. No matter how far the two of you are from each other physically on the planet, through time and space, this eternal love is always there. This deep, unconditional love that you have for each other. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What is Spirit sharing with the collective? Held in God's hands, my divine plan is expressed through me. You know, and I really feel that this is about you are in God's hands. You are in the hands of the divine. You are in the hands of the universe and in the hands of your angels. And so is this connection. There is divine guidance around all of this. There is divine protection around this connection because the divine is constantly at work, trying to bring the two of you into this eternal love, into this union with each other. Because you are one. We are one. We are love. Yes. And that can be a great affirmation for you guys to say, we are one. We are love. We belong together. I recognize the divinity in you as you recognize the divinity in me. We are one. We are love. Because this person is in love with you. They didn't expect to fall in love with someone like you. They couldn't believe how quick their feelings for you developed. And that's what they've been afraid of. But now they have been working at releasing their fears and their insecurities because this person wants to return to this love with you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.